What's going on, guys? Gomes here back again on another MLB The Show 19 Diamond Dynasty video. Today we are going to wrap it all up. Today we are going to be covering the final Sony partner moments. That is, of course, going to be QuashTag. As you guys can see, this is a little bit late. He is revealing that tomorrow on his YouTube channel, youtube.com/QuashTag. That will be down below in the description as well as the comments. I know he took a little bit of a hiatus, but he is back on Twitch and YouTube, so make sure to go ahead and follow him on there. Really great guy within the MLB The Show community, so make sure to check that out. He's going to be revealing that at 3 p.m. Pacific time tomorrow, September 26th. But of course, as we always do, we always make our prediction on who we're going to see, and I'm pretty confident in this one that it is going to be a member of his favorite team, that of course being the San Francisco Giants. I know there has been two exceptions, which was Fuzzies, which we got Bryce Harper, and then also with Spore, where we got Nick Senzel. But otherwise, they all have been pretty within the lines of their favorite team. We do get a player representing that team. Most recently, we got Healy getting a 98 overall Billy Williams, and that is definitely going to impact this decision on who I think we're going to get, because I think we are going to get a stud for sure. Of course, towards the beginning, we got lower diamonds, not even quite 90s. With Clutch, we started with an 88 Ken Griffey Jr., and I'm not too sure if I'm a huge fan that they did go progressive overalls with this, because I know, for example, Mills, I know a lot of people were kind of upset with this one right here, because he is basically a platoon card that you guys would just have on your bench. Otherwise, you're not really having a use for this Chris Davis, and now we're getting, really good signature series cards within there. But that is neither here or there. I'm happy we're finally getting good cards. Immediately, once I saw Healy getting that good of a card, the instant thought that came to me, as well as a lot of other people, Buster Posey. However, we of course have since gotten Buster Posey, and I even QuashTag, I believe, himself on Twitter, kind of was making jokes how everybody was so confident that it was going to be Buster Posey, but of course that did not happen. But let's go ahead and start making our predictions. So the first guy that I want to talk about, the guy that I'm kind of leaning towards, we haven't gotten a pitcher in a little while. We've been getting high signature cards. I think a great way to end this out would be giving a signature Juan Marichal. Now, he does have a 92 card out right now. This is part of the San Francisco Giants team affinity, and this card is pretty good for what it is. It's a 92 overall card, and this card is not the greatest by any means. His home runs per 9, which was pretty low, which does not affect gameplay anymore, at least Hall of Fame difficulty and up. And then his K per 9 also was not that great at a 71, doesn't throw that hard, 93 miles per hour. This was his all-star card at age 28. He never threw exactly that hard, but I think maybe his signature card could get up to like 95, 96 miles per hour. I think this card could be definitely really interesting. The screwball is always a tough pitch to hit, and I do imagine his per 9s is going to be really solid as well. A lot of break and a lot of control, which is something that you can kind of come to expect with a Juan Marichal card. Personally, I think this would be a great spot to put him in, and he is kind of my favorite right now that we're going to see within QuashTag's moments, like a 98, 99 overall signature series Juan Marichal. Another guy that I want to talk about is Christie Mathewson. Now, there is a chance that we don't get a signature card of him this year because he is 95 overall, but he definitely is deserving. If you look at the other guys that have got signature cards this year, it's without a doubt that he definitely does deserve one. Once again, kind of like Marichal, doesn't throw that hard, 94, 95 miles per hour on that four seam. A lot of control, nearing 99 plus stats on his walks per 9, really good home runs per 9. He's just phenomenal across the board. I've never used this card. As far as I know, this was like one of the first ranked seasons rewards that were out, and I have not heard too much about him. I think he kind of has an annoying windup, which is part of the reason not a lot of people really use him. But this card on paper does look solid. Maybe if we got like a signature card of his within QuashTag's moments, that could be something interesting. Those are kind of my two favorites, at least for pitchers. I guess Pablo Sandoval is technically possible. I personally don't think that he necessarily deserves his signature series card. Maybe if you're gonna tie in his postseason success, of course, because I believe he had 3 home runs. That was in the 2012 World Series, 2012, 2014. One of those two right there that the Giants did win. I think that's possible that that could be the case. That maybe that's gonna put him over the wall to get a signature series card, but he wouldn't get a high enough signature overall in order to be at this point within Sony partner moments. So I'm not really worried about that. Orlando Cepeda is a guy pretty interesting. I know we recently did get this card in ranked seasons. I would be a fan of this card. Just if you look offensively at this card alone, he looks phenomenal. The only downside is his defense, of course, at 56 fielding and 59 reaction. I don't know if I would love this card because I do not need more first basemen, especially now that we know for the signature team moments. I'm quickly going to show you guys if you do not know, and if you have not heard, Adrian Gonzalez is going to be the last signature team that we are going to get. The last two are 98 Ron Guidry, 99 Adrian Gonzalez, and then they have not came out with the collection reward. So I do not need another first baseman on top of Garrett, Frank Thomas, Adrian Gonzalez, and who the hell knows who else I'm going to get. I really kind of hope it's not Cepeda, but I guess he would be good if you are in the looks for a new first baseman. He's an option. Will Clark is another one. I believe his highest score is an 89 for the Giants. I know he did have some good years with the Rangers, but I went ahead and checked. This is when I did my, 92 signature cards that we're going to see by the end of the year, which has been pretty accurate so far. We've seen a lot of the cards that I had on that list actually come into fruition so far. I do believe he had his most successful years with the San Francisco Giants. So once again, another first baseman. Wouldn't be my first choice. I would once again vouch for a pitcher, but he is another opportunity, another possibility that they could give us within QuashTag Sony partner moments. And then one more hitter that I could potentially see is a Hunter Pence. Now he had good years with the Astros, pretty good with the Phillies and the Giants, so honestly I'm not too sure where he would end up. His only flashback card currently is with the San Francisco Giants. I'm not too sure. Once again, kind of like Pablo Sandoval, I think he's a little bit more deserving of his signature series card, but once again he would not have even a higher than a 95 overall signature card, at least in my opinion. So I don't think there would be any point to have him after a 98 in the Sony partner moments. I think it would be a considerable letdown and would definitely be a disappointment to most people to get a signature Hunter Pence. Kind of a downfall from what we got last time within the Sony partner moments. Otherwise, there are a storied history of the San Francisco Giants. Of course, as you guys very well know, there's always a possibility that they can spring upon us a brand new legend. I think one that a lot of people would really like to see is Tim Lincecum, of course. I don't even know when he retired. I think MLB 17 or 16 was his last year in MLB The Show. He had like a stint with the Angels, I want to say. I'm not completely sure on that. But he was really good, you know, in the early 2010s, definitely a big part in those Giants championship teams. And he would be a great player to see once again into Diamond Dynasty. A lot of people I know were a fan of his card, and he would be a great addition back into Diamond Dynasty. We, of course, knew, I think it was 30 plus legends that they had the tagline at the beginning of the year that were going to be introduced. I have no idea how many actually have been introduced. The last new one that we got was Tommy John. I'm not even entirely sure which team he is affiliated with at this point, but he's a 90 overall. He was in on the events, one of the last ones that we got, and he's the most recent new legend that we did acquire. I do not know if we're going to get another. It's a possibility, but I would not exactly hold your breath. Otherwise, Brian Wilson, another guy around that same time era, big closer, who wasn't actually as good as you might think for that long. Of course, Sergio Romo kind of helped in towards the end of their run for the even year run that they had in 2010, 2012, 2014. But Brian Wilson, I guess, could deserve a signature series card. Otherwise, there's so many other Giants, Barry Bonds, who of course we're not going to be getting. And this is something I quickly want to say. There's no really even point to expect like a card like Barry Bonds, Derek Jeter, somebody like that at this point. They would not release a card of that stature, a player of that, success, of that much well known at this point of the year, there's really no point they would do that, so do not hold your breath whatsoever for like a Barry Bonds card. But then like Mel Ott, other guys like that from the historic San Francisco Giants, been around one of the longest teams, one of the longest tenured MLB franchises, no matter where they've been. They've had so many options, but my two favorites, like I said, is most likely Juan Marichal and Christie Mathewson. I personally would give a little bit more towards Juan Marichal, just because he already has a lower card than Christie Mathewson, and I think it'd work in nice. The pitchers that we have seen within these Sony partners, the only pretty decent one I would say is probably the Wainwright. Bartolo Colon, I haven't really used him, but I don't think his per-9s are all that well. I really did not like the Cliff Lee. I did not pitch with this card all that well at all. And yeah, that's it. Only 3 pitchers that we've seen the entire time, and we did get a hitter last time, so I think it is pretty likely that we would get a pitcher. I don't know if there's another reliever opportunity for the Giants. If there is, please let me know, and don't even try to say like a Mark Melanson, because that's not even remotely possible that he would get a signature card. But we have not gotten a reliever all year. But that is going to pretty much wrap up this video. Let me know down below in the comments section, who would you guys like to see within QuashTag Sony partner moments. Once again, those are going to be revealed on tomorrow, on Thursday. YouTube.com/QuashTag. I will have the link to that in the description as well as in the comment section. Make sure to hit him with the subscribe and check out his content. And yeah, those are going to be coming out on Friday alongside the end of the signature teams and continued finest fan voting. So if you guys enjoyed this one, please make sure to leave a like down below. Hope you guys are great today. There goes Saudi.
Love is love and hate is hate. To die is an awesome adventure and I can hardly wait. Earth is a prison, I need a great escape. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone when I'm up in outer space. You know I'm in my zone. You know I'm in my zone. I took a bite of the glory.